They say time heals everything, but not all wounds close. Some whisper louder with each passing day, haunting you more the longer you try to silence them. I never thought this would be my story. I never thought I would be the one standing in ruins, shattered not just by heartbreak, but by betrayal so sharp it cut through everything I believed in. Once upon a time, I thought I had love, real love. People would look at us and say, they're perfect together. They'll last forever. And oh, how I clung to those words. For me, he wasn't just anyone, he was the dream that became flesh. He was the future I built every hope upon. But forever ended with cold papers placed on a table, his signature bold, steady, heartless. Mine trembling, heavy with disbelief. All our promises reduced to ink, wiped away in the shuffle of pages. I thought grief would let me heal slowly, give me space to breathe. But betrayal doesn't wait. Betrayal doesn't give you time. Before the ink on that divorce dried, before I could even sleep one night without tears, whispers reached me. He was already engaged. And then came the words like poison. He called her his dream woman. Dream woman. But wasn't I his dream once? The one who stayed when storms raged? The one who carried the weight of us when he crumbled? Wasn't I the woman he swore he couldn't live without? It broke me, but not loudly. I didn't crash plates, didn't scream to the heavens. I broke in silence. Quiet, suffocating nights, my tears soaking into pillows, my body shaking but my voice gone. And then, I saw her face, his new bride. And in that moment, I knew everything. I couldn't help remembering how it all began. His smile had felt like gravity when we first met. Ordinary meetings, ordinary days, yet magical because of him. We tumbled into love quickly, thoughtlessly, whispered promises in dark nights. Coffee dates stretching to sunrise. Holding hands like the world couldn't touch us. We fought for each other in the beginning. I carried him through hard times. I sacrificed sleep, ambition, my own dreams, just so his could live, and every sacrifice felt worth it. Wasn't that what love was supposed to be? I believed in forever, even when small cracks began to appear. It started quietly. His phone lighting up at night. Quick smiles at unseen messages. Excuses whispered through clenched teeth. I would walk into the room, and he would click his screen closed too fast, murmur, "It's just work." The word work became a wall between us, taller every day. His eyes started drifting. His smile lost its warmth. When I asked, he laughed it off. "You're imagining it. Stop overthinking." And I believed him because believing was easier than facing the truth. But the truth doesn't hide forever. One evening, I left a cafe and there he was. Not alone. His fingers laced with hers, their laughter filling the air, and when his eyes met mine, he didn't even flinch. No guilt, no shame, just blank, and then he looked away. After that moment, nothing was left. The divorce came swiftly, no tears from him. No remorse. Just the push of papers and the ice-cold words. I need a fresh start. As if the years we shared were nothing more than clutter he wanted to clear out of his closet. But what he didn't know was that his new beginning had already ended before it began. Because only weeks later, the gold-embossed invitation landed in my trembling hands, his wedding. My name listed as though I should smile and attend. And I did attend. Not to applaud, not to bless, but to witness. The hall dripped in gold, roses hanging thick in the air, chandeliers sparkling above their charade. They entered to the applause of friends praising their so-called perfect love, but when her veil lifted, time stopped. Her face was not a stranger's. No, the face was one I had once trusted. A friend who had sat in my kitchen, sipping tea, listening to my tears. She had promised support, sworn she would never betray me. And yet there she stood, stealing everything I had handed her freely. It wasn't just his betrayal anymore. It was hers too. The double wound cut into my chest deeper than any blade could. I wanted to scream, to rip away her disguise, to reveal them as thieves and traitors. But I didn't. I smiled instead. quietly, fiercely, because screaming meant weakness. Crying gave them victory, but silence unsettles, silence waits, silence plans. So I whispered to myself, no screaming, no crying. Only silence. Because silence is the beginning of revenge. I became a shadow. They thought their happiness was untouchable, but I studied them like prey. She craved admiration, the envy in other women's eyes. He craved validation, the respect of men. Those weren't strengths, they were weaknesses. So I tugged. Just softly. I whispered doubts at parties. Don't you wonder how soon they met? And whispers spread, faster than fire. Finances followed. He had always been reckless. All I had to do was leave the truth in the wrong hands. Late notices, debts, unpaid bills. Soon people frowned instead of praising his success. And her? Her vanity cracked when people compared her too closely. Eyes judged her so-called glow, her desperate laughter. And insecurity began eating her alive. Revenge isn't fire, it's erosion. You don't smash the castle, you weaken the foundations until it collapses on its own. Day by day, I chipped away at their golden mask. Small whispers, small wins. And I waited. Because timing is everything. And soon, the night came. Their grand celebration, the stage they built themselves, filled with chandeliers, applause, envy all around. They had never looked prouder. And that is exactly why I chose that night to strike. I stepped forward, calm, silent, carrying nothing but truth. His hidden debts lay in my hands, evidence undeniable. Whispers became gasps. The respect he lived on shattered instantly. Then, her secrets. Her messages, her manipulations, the proof she was no angel but a thief with a painted smile. Her face drained of blood as her lies clawed back into her throat. I didn't raise my voice once. The silence of the room did it for me. Applause turned to disgust. Friends who once praised now turned away. Family looked broken, betrayed, humiliated, their perfect empire shattered within minutes. And as they stood trembling among the wreckage, I walked past them, no screams, no curses, no tears, just silence. Because it wasn't shouting that destroyed them. It was truth finally stepping into the light. From then on, their world collapsed on its own. He blamed her, she blamed him, friends abandoned them. Their crown broke into dust, and I didn't gloat, I didn't laugh. I only breathed, because true winning wasn't watching them break. It was feeling myself whole again. For the first time in years, the silence inside me wasn't pain, it was peace. Scars stayed, but scars aren't flaws. Scars are proof that I survived. And I had. Revenge isn't sweet like fairy tales tell you. It isn't explosions and fire, it's cold, it's quiet. It doesn't give you joy, it gives you freedom. And freedom is enough. So if you've been betrayed, don't tie yourself to bitterness. Don't let rage chain you forever to the ones who hurt you. Rage burns only you. Justice arrives differently. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And when it does, every buried secret crawls to the surface. Every lie collapses. Every mask falls off. So remember, betrayal cuts deep. But silence, patience, and truth cut deeper. If you've been betrayed, don't waste yourself in hatred. Justice arrives in whispers, and every secret always finds its echo. These were the whispers of betrayal. These were the whispers of revenge. And more truths await.